Hello, ladies and germs, and back to Turn Adult Teen LA Like. Welcome to Kirby's Dream Land 2. I know I'm already jumping into the second game, but really, it technically is the second game in Kirby's Dream Land series, but it's technically, I don't think it's technically the second game of Kirby's, I'm not sure. But, I am going to be playing through the Kirby Dream Land series and Adventures and 64, like I said before, for Kirby's 25th anniversary. And for this particular game, I'm playing, I'm just gonna be playing it too. I just finished Kirby's Dream Land, and I'm pretty sure it should be done, or it should be done by the time I'm done with this. So, you know, this really shouldn't be, like, the first game I'm done with, and it should be, out. This particular playthrough should be out after Dream Land itself, which was pretty short. This game itself, I think, is a little bit less shorter, but I'm not sure. And in all honesty, I'm not sure how I'm going to be handling how this particular game works out. Like, how exactly I'm going to be, like, determining how long I'll be doing it. Because, technically speaking, there's only a couple of levels in each little stage that happens. And then it's just the end of the game, so I'm not sure. I might split it off to where each stage is its own episode, and that's about it. But, enough about my recording schedule. Let's talk about Kirby's Dream Land 2. This was the continuation of Dream Land, the first game, although it itself can be considered something completely different. At least as far as, you know, a lot of people can tell, because in Dream Land 1, you faced against King DDD and you had to deal with him. In this game, I think I might explain the lore of it for this particular game of Kirby, maybe. It really all depends if anyone wants to hear it or not. It really all depends if I can find it or not. I will say, all I do know is that Kirby has to find some hidden crystal shard thingies to help with this particular issue at hand. I'm not sure what it is that he has to deal with, but it's something that he has to deal with in order to, you know, help with Dreamland here. In each of the stages, he has to go through each one, find specifically something like a crystal gem thing. I think it's a rainbow drop, actually, now that I think back on it. I don't know, it's either or. And after getting all the rainbow drops, you get the secret ending of Kirby Dream Land 2, because if you don't get it, you get the bad ending of the game, technically speaking. Whew, I'm not sure, like, which one it is, honestly. So, pardon my ignorance, I guess. I don't know, pardon my ignorance for that, I guess. I love Kirby, I do, but, that doesn't mean I'm... I'm completely 100% well-versed in Kirby lore. I just know a good majority of what happens in Kirby games. And their basis stuff. And if I bothered looking it up, I would know more about certain things in Kirby. But, I really don't know too much. Oh, jeez. Alright, I forgot. I didn't really know whether or not that was programmed in the game or not. You know, that allowed you to do that specifically, to just wave your thing around and hopefully kill off an enemy, I don't know. Or protect yourself from an enemy. I think, well, dang it. Dang it. I don't know how that works specifically, so I don't know. Anyway, I know, like, a rainbow drop is around here somewhere, I just don't know what level it's on. Okay, okay, there we go. I was wondering how you change abilities, because I will say, this is definitely not Kirby's first game, because, Kirby's first game, no, I mean, it's not Kirby's second game, I mean. Because technically speaking, Kirby's, Dreamland, what was it called? Dreamland 1 was his first game, but his second game, technically speaking, was Kirby's Adventures, because that game introduced, one of Kirby's few main staple things. Which was his, his copy ability. That's the one thing that, Kirby's, series as a whole was sort of based around, well, actually, it's now more well known for, honestly. Ooh. a lot of people like to forget that Kirby didn't start off with a lot of his normal abilities. Usually they just, just had him do a couple of other things here and there. But one of the few things that Kirby's Dream Land 2 introduced more of that makes it more of its own separate entity above all other Kirby games, technically speaking, is the fact that it first introduced a good majority of, well, it introduced some creatures that were only known for the Dreamland series, such as the fact that you could have animal buddies with you, like Rick the Hamster, Coo the Owl, and Kai the Sunfish, or the Ocean Sunfish, right? Trust me, Kai's name is Kind's name is a bit odd for me, at least, because it's a little bit more longer than the other two's names. Like Coo the Owl, that's simple. Rick the Hamster, that's sort of normal. But unfortunately, they didn't really explain too much as to what exactly depended what they call Kai exactly. Kind. Out of all the animals that you have as companions over the entire course of Dreamland history, I like Rick the most. I don't know. He's simple, clean, he's useful in certain situations. Well, you know. And he's fun to use, honestly. I like him. Another character who, I think second favorite for me, if I include the animal buddies, is either Coo or Kind, because, in all honesty, I know like a lot of people don't like Kind for him being not too mobile in the other levels, but in ocean levels he's really good. But the majority of the time he just you'll see what I mean once we get to an actual level featuring Kind, like outside of his environment. But for now, I'll say this much: Kind isn't the best outside of water, but I think that he does his best, and I really do like some of the abilities that I mix with Kind technically. But aside from that, I can't really defend Kind too much here and there. But I will say this much as the the buddy system as a whole. Some people are a bit divided on this thing because well, I'll be honest with you. Like, Oh, here's the thing I was talking about. Let's see. Dang it. I think I need something specific here. Yeah, I'm gonna need, I think I'm either gonna need an umbrella ability or something with, Rick. And speak of the devil. Here we go. Hopefully this works. Come on. Jesus. There we go. Perfect. And that's one of the things you're gonna have to be more wary about. You see, you're gonna have to have a specific animal buddy in order to help you out in certain situations in certain places. So you're gonna have to mix and match and figure out what's gonna work with what in order to get most of the abilities for Kirby and his buddies to accomplish. I will say this is pretty adorable, just having, Rick? Turn Kirby into a ball to play on his umbrella. That's adorable, honestly. And I'm a man, and I will be admitting to that. So, you know, that's all I really wanted to say. But, as a whole, the Animal Buddy system itself, some people are divided on it purely because it kinda set Kirby back, apparently, I don't know. Because in Kirby Superstar, which was its own standalone games, because it was a multitude of games, technically. But anyway, Kirby's, Dreamland, Kirby's, Superstar, as a game as itself, represented a couple of things. It was basically just, its own game in and of itself, but a lot of people thought of it as, like, a continuation, which was fine, I understand that. But when Dreamland 3 came out, which was, I think, after Superstar, some people thought it was a step back for some reason, I don't know. It looked fine, I thought it was a fun game in and of itself. So, I don't know what people are complaining about there. I mean, it's just me, I don't know. I think that Kirby's Dreamland, what's the word? Dreamland 3 stand as its own game continuation of the series from the Game Boy games. It was a good improvement. But the reason why people didn't like it was because from Superstar, it had Superstar had its own combat system that was kind of unique, and unfortunately that wasn't continued in Dreamland 3 because, you know, they had the animal buddy systems, and they only what do you call it? If you had an animal buddy, they did multiple different things with different power-ups, and it was all up to you to determine what exactly you wanted to do. It was different, but it wasn't anything technically unique to Kirby's Superstar, so, you know, some people complained about that. In all honesty, I like the animal system. I like the buddies, like the animal buddy systems. I like them a little bit more than the actual, like, buddy companion things, like in Superstar, but, whatever. I don't know, I think, like, what we call it, the buddy system, animal buddies should come back, but that's just me. And, I mean, you don't have to make them, like, what do you call it, make the games for Kirby less intuitive, like, make the combat system less just for the animal buddies. I think you can improve on the animal buddies, I really do think so. But, I don't know, most people don't really care anymore, so I don't know. But let's deal with the boss here. For some reason, Wispy Woods decides to... what do you call it? Decided to get, like, a weird face mask thing in order to change himself. I don't know. I don't keep track of Wispy Woods. I don't keep track of Wispy Woods' previous, or what do you call it, his off-time stuff. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm not dying to Wispy Woods on this Game Boy version. Come on! Woo! Take that! That's for Rick. You will be missed, Rick. Nah, don't worry, he's not dead. We'll see him again. He just comes back in another level a little bit later. Okay, that's weird. Usually the dance happens after we collect the star, but whatever. I guess it's just a warp star now. Okay, the little rainbow drop is collected there. I'm pretty sure it's called the rainbow drop. But anyway, that ends this episode for Kirby's Dream Land 2, because I am going to be splitting this up more better than I did in Dreamland. Ooh, boy, was the splitting up that one a bit weird. Anyway, I'll see y'all next time for the next video. Until the next time, sayonara, my bots. I'll see y'all next time for the next video of Kirby's Dream Land. Ooh, boy.